I wanted to come in and see you guys.
Yeah, we are.
So Dr. Townsend, she's at OSU, and she is on vacation until after the 4th of July.
Okay.
And so I sent an email to her, and I'm not expecting to hear anything back until after the 4th of July, but then they'll get you set up. Thank you. They'll get you set up for that. It is going to be very, very expensive to do that.
Did they even give an estimate of what?
No, Dr. Villafranca is up in the Seattle area, and he said at his clinic it would be somewhere between $7,000 and $10,000. So probably around the same.
We have.
Oh, good.
You wouldn't believe the donations that we've received. So.
That's good.
And we have 2,000 in reservation on a medical on our account already. So.
Good.
So yeah,
Yeah,
people.
I know people have been calling in here like crazy to donate. So we had a lady the other day that had her dog in for surgery that donated after she talked to Rick. Is it Rick? Yeah. So this is the carpal pad.
Yeah.
So what they're gonna do is they're gonna take this carpal pad and they're gonna move it down onto the weight-bearing surface here.
Okay.
And same thing here. They'll take this carpal pad, and I don't know how they do it. I'm not
because that's a ways up there.
but they'll take it and they'll move it to right here so that it protects. I don't know if they just advance, like do a flap advancement, or if they actually cut it off and reposition it and graft it on.
Okay.
I'm not sure. That's why they are the specialists and get paid the big bucks.
Does he have like little?
But
oh, that's just.
yeah. So probably some of the ointment from the bandages. But as you can see here, there's not a carpal pad. So there's nothing to take and move down.
Right.
And so this is so much smaller. I mean, it used to be this whole area. And so it is getting smaller. But as you can see, the skin is pretty tough. And I think it'll toughen up. To what degree, I don't know.
Right.
Is the only thing. Sorry, I started and then I abandoned you. So, it's hard because he also doesn't really have good range of motion in his feet because they've been bandaged so much that, normal dogs should be able to move their feet. And he just doesn't.
Because all of his toes are like still there, right? His toe bones.
On the x-ray, yes. Yeah. On the x-ray, his toe bones are still there, but he just has there's no curl to them. So that's another thing, to consider how, he would be walking on this surface, but the toes are not bending correctly. So it might be something to the effect of, we do the carpal pad in the front. Do we do prosthetics in the back? Do we, does he wear boots with pads? So I think, his back feet are definitely going to be a special case.
Right.
Just because of the lack of range.
I'll probably try and reach out to some of the, do some orthopedics because I think those would last longer. Because the boots, they don't have any boots that I've came across. We've tried different ones, and some of them are too wide for his feet, and so then he kind of gets a little flopped out with them, and then he walks differently. So I'm trying to, because you can see where he hunches over a little bit in the back with, depending on what booties he's wearing. So that's why right now I'm glad it's summertime because we do the socks, and he gets around really good.
Good.
And then we put those, and I didn't know how you felt about those one booties, those disposable ones. Those keep everything dry, like if he pees on his socks. It keeps those dry.
Yeah. I mean, the hard part too is, keeping the bandages on. If he's active, he's a puppy, we want him to be active, but if he's active, it's more likely to pull the bandages off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they slide. And that is hard because we don't want you to have to drive all the way back down here a million times. So.
Well, I think he's only lost like 3 of them.
Yeah, which is not bad because we've been doing this a while now.
Yeah, he's only lost about 3 of them. One went from the OSU, and then I think 2 here.
And I did ask Dr. Villafranca if it's like urgent, like do we need to rush in to get the carpal pads done at a certain time. He said it can be done anytime. They need healthy tissue, which we have, so really any time. So I think it's not a rush that Dr. Townsend is out of town.
Right.
And she may have other ideas for the back feet too. I know when you guys were at OSU before, you went in through like their ER department, so you weren't with like the soft tissue specialist.
Right. They never sent us anywhere else
Right.
but the.
And I think that's fine because he wasn't ready at that point for
Right.
them. Like you would have been paying a specialist to change his bandages essentially, and I think though we are.
You guys were a lifesaver because I was like going $700 for each time. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
But I do think that we're at the point now where the specialist is needed for them.
Right.
So I mean he's so close, and I think this one he's got some rough skin up here, which is really good, rough strong skin. So if anything, I think this one is better off than this one. He doesn't have any of that rough toe pad up there. So we definitely want to, keep that in mind. And then he's still on the carprofen or vetprofen, right? The pain medication.
Took. There was a 14-day supply of something you gave him. I forgot to bring the medicine. Dang it.
Because I think those were antibiotics, and I think his feet look fine.
Yes.
As we're running out of the antibiotics, I don't think we need a refill unless we start to see that they're really starting to strike through again.
Okay.
Because for a while there, the bandages were just moist from the inside out.
Right.
And so, but I do think keeping him on pain medication, that vetprofen is really important.
I did refill it last time he was here.
With vetprofen?
Monday, I think.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you
Or
should.
last Friday.
Oh no, my little dog got a hold of his bag and shredded it. And
Oh no.
got a hold of the ones in the foil.
Well, those are the antibiotics. So I think he's good. I think the antibiotics.
Or we don't. She's been having a heyday lately. I don't know what. That's funny. Nico's being
Can I leave you
New
with these,
place.
and I'm gonna go look at the other pup?
new place.